Hello YouTube, this is Skullbash258 here with a new redstone gadget falling into the group of T flip-flops, BUD switches, and things of the sort. It is based off of a glitch where there's a piston, a block, and a redstone block, and what's happening is the redstone block powers the piston, but it isn't reacting to it, so it's not pushing until you put a block or an item or something next to it, and then it activates. Now it does not work horizontally or upside down, so you can't do anything like that. So that's why all these are facing that way. This right here is a standard RS BUD NOR latch. And I call it that because it's like an RS NOR latch, where there are two inputs and one is deactivated when you push the button until you push the other button. Then it's activated and you can press it. Yes. So let me tell you what's happening here. So when it receives a block update, it pushes these blocks up, giving off a redstone signal to here, which is where the normal piston is, which pushes it back. And this is a sticky piston. And if you apply a redstone signal to the bottom one, it turns the top one into a BUD switch. Well, actually, this is not an RS BUD NOR latch. This is the actual RS BUD NOR latch. This is something else. I don't know what to name it. Now this is the same thing right here, except there is a sticky piston on the top and a normal piston on the bottom. So when you first place blocks, it looks like that, and then when you apply the block update, it moves up, and now it's inversed. So instead of going up then back down, it goes down then back up. But when you apply a redstone signal this time, it doesn't stay like this one. The redstone block doesn't stay up, because this redstone block powers it, which makes it push it, sending a 1-tick pulse or low-tick pulse and shooting it out. Now, the RS BUD NOR latch allows you to apply redstone signals or block updates. It doesn't really matter. And so, like with the BUD switch, after you press this button or apply the power, pressing it won't do anything. So right here, this is pressed. This is a pressed button, but it won't do anything. But this is the unpressed button, so when you push it, something happens. Or if you apply a block update. And now it's inversed, and so you won't need to push this button to do something or apply a block update to that one. This is, instead of with 2 normal pistons, which this is, it has 2 sticky pistons. And when you apply a block update to the bottom one, it starts moving the blocks back and forth, even though they never actually leave this block. They're both in the same position, because this never actually, the redstone block never actually comes all the way up, even though it's still, it doesn't look like it's coming all the way up, so it's really glitchy. And when you go far away, it looks like they're kind of morphing into each other. And when you press a button applying a signal, either it does what it just did, which is just stop altogether, or if you time it differently, it pushes up and then goes back down. And now the block update breaks the game. Thanks a lot, Dinnerbone. And here we have a bunch of BUD switch. That's a BUD switch now. We have a bunch of these BUD switches in a row, and what happens when you activate one of them, they all update each other, making all of them go up at the same time, even though I'm only placing the block next to this one. And that's about all I've come to figure out so far. But I'd like to show you one more weird thing that I've been messing around with. It's all these sticky pistons with redstone blocks, so when you push it, it activates the next piston, which goes all the way around, and what I expected to happen would be just a clock of the pistons alive going around, and then when they retract, the pulse of extended repeaters stops, and just the pistons in front of them start activating, and so it just goes around in a circle. But what's really strange is it gets to a point, and then, I think it was right here, yeah, it thinks it's a 1-tick pulse, and it just shoots it out here, and it goes all the way around. And another cool thing about this is, when you break a redstone block, it will retract all the pistons at the same time. But any signal coming out of it, like shown here, let me show you again, is slightly delayed. So it may not be a better way to do InstaWire. Only when the pistons are fully done retracting and making their sounds does the light go on. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.